So I just had a conversation yesterday. What I want to talk about today in 3 minutes or less is how to really connect and have an authentic conversation. So, man, my whole life I've been coaching people and encouraging and motivating and inspiring, and people look at me as the coach, right? Coach Adam Cobb. I even added it to the beginning of my name. What's the matter? You made a funny face. What is it?
A message popped in and I couldn't see if it stopped recording or not.
It won't stop recording.
Okay.
Is it still recording?
Yes.
Good, let's continue.
But I couldn't see if it was or not.
That's what happens when you're doing real life in the moment videos. So, my whole life I've been this inspirational, motivational, basically quotable dude that comes out and gives people the highlight and encourages, and really feeling like growing up with a mom that left the house saying, son, make a difference today. It's such a beautiful message. And I've really taken that to heart, and then I amplified it times 10. And what does that mean? That means that I add coach before my name. So it's not Adam Cobb, but Coach Adam Cobb. And then you start to live that brand, and let me change that. I start to live my brand, and I'm living it all day long. And living it in my family and friends and everything like that. And there's moments where, especially when you're best friends and when you have family, you just gotta take a break. And I believe in practicing what you preach. I think there are a lot of peeps out there that are sharing a message, but not quite living out fully yet. And there's a moment where, like, just be quiet, practice it, live it, do it, and eventually become the teacher of it. And when it comes to living a healthy lifestyle, I've done that. And there's other things I haven't done, so I don't talk about them, right? I talk about what I'm good at. And I'm good at being a really good, dad to Ferguson. So I talk about, right, Ferguson a lot, love him. But what I'm also really good at is encouraging. And what I realized last night is I met up with a friend and his wife that are phenomenal human beings, an amazing couple, truly #relationship goals. And I haven't seen them both for a while, and in their life I've been kind of an encouraging force. I've been the coach Adam Cobb. And someone asked me, my friend's wife, which is also my friend, asked me how Bali was. And I just came back from Bali, Indonesia, and it was an incredible time, but it was incredible for many different reasons. And what I did was, rather than say, it was great, it was amazing, did you see the pictures? Let me show them to you. And kind of keep on that real highlight reel of life, which is basically Instagram and Facebook and every other social media form. I said, well, it was challenging. And this is why. And there were times where I just wanted to come home. And actually there were moments where every day I started to count down the days, like kind of like to Christmas, I was actually counting down the days to come home. And she was really, really surprised by that comment. Almost to the point of like, uh-oh, what's wrong? And but what it did was it allowed her to then talk about what was real in her life. So me being real allowed her to be real, which therefore can also be defined as real and also as relatable. And the relatableness, the realness that I shared, it's taken me my whole life to understand that it's okay to share. And that's what I want to share with you today. Is I'm just sharing you my life lesson, is that it's okay to share when it's not 100% the highlight reel, because we're already getting too much of that in the world today. So I would encourage, as I'm going to in 2017, I talked about being simple, simplifying, simplicity, everybody, and talked about keeping it simple. And I think keeping it simple is just keeping it also real, and not giving the highlight reel. And that allows you to be relatable and real. And in that process, you go deeper in the conversations. And I think right now we're seeking depth, because even in today's society, there's a lot of surface. And any opportunity where you can go deep, especially when you're having a dinner with some friends and we have the opportunity to really have a nice conversation and cut below that surface, right? I mean, who's not yearning and seeking a deep conversation where we talk about what's real and what matters, the values that you hold, and also share some stories, have some fun. But I'll tell you, back to the story of last night, it was something that really shifted because I thought, wow, that was powerful. And my friend, the husband of the wife, kind of laughed, and he's a bit more real. He's a bit more, just tells the truth. You know, he always says the truth will set you free. And he tells us the truth straight up. He's very real, and I love him for that. And I think that he taught me that, over this year. And you are. Thank you, brother, for doing that. And I appreciate it. And it's really helped me. And lastly, I just want to share that idea that you can go out today, and this week, and this year, and it's okay to be vulnerable in the right situation, right? It's not being vulnerable to get attention, but it's being vulnerable to be real and connect with people and let people know when you're vulnerable, it allows them to be vulnerable too, and allows them to really see you. And you also can show up in a full way rather than just like a small part of you shows up. So you get to show up fully with that person. They show up fully for you, and you amplify that relationship to a whole nother level. And I know in life, that's what we want to do. We want to really design our relationships to have depth versus default to the surface. And that's one way to live that 8 days a week lifestyle. This is your coach, and this is your boy Adam. And I'll see you soon.